Welcome to the Wally Show Aftercast. All the stuff we did not get to during the course of the show today. It's Friday, so we will be doing a little bit of weekend plans and a little bit of a faster cast because we have some commitments that we have to get to.
Like getting out of here.
One of those being getting out of here.
And rightfully so.
It is vacation for me. Betty Rock also taking vacation. Gavin, whenever the show isn't here, whoever is in the studio gets kind of a reprieve.
I mean, it's just it's significantly less talking in general, which is not a bad thing, but it is a calming thing, especially because I do come from a home where I'm hearing a lot, which is, again, I love my son. But
I have to say that.
I'll take the 5 or 6 hours of coming in here each day to do that and then go home and do a little bit more work. But
last week when you were out and Betty Rock took it off, I had a day off, or I had the day off the show, but I was here and I came in at normal time and I worked all the way until, noon or whatever. I got so much done. I got so far ahead and caught up on things that felt so good. So those days are actually kind of nice. You feel like you can get stuff off your list that takes a back seat for doing the normal show. So that's really good. But yeah, so we'll get to where we're going and what's going on during weekend plans and birthdays and all that good stuff. But today I started vacation super early. I went and I got a coffee because yesterday my coffee was horrible, I'll admit, and I didn't drink hardly any of it. I definitely, yesterday, I did not do myself a service. I drank not even a quarter of that coffee. But it kind of filled me up enough, and so I didn't eat lunch. I'm still doing Weight Watchers. I didn't eat lunch because I got home, and I got home at 2:30, and then I was on a conference call for an hour and a half, and then I started working, and then I had to mow the lawn, and so I didn't do anything until dinner, and I literally had, and I didn't feel like making anything, so I had 2 Uncrustables. So that was what my lunch, dinner, and breakfast was. Yesterday was 2 Uncrustables. How many calories is that?
No, it's nothing.
I had 2, and I didn't have dessert.
Oh, why doesn't it just tell me?
Yeah,
that is dessert. A peanut butter and jelly.
So good.
Is delicious.
That is dessert,
especially if it's a little cold.
Can I just tell you this?
It's 200 calories.
That's all I had yesterday.
No, 400.
Oh, 400.
For
okay,
2. That's not
crazy.
Man shall not live on bread alone.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That is under.
That's way under. You're right.
You should ask this question.
Sure.
If my daughter
right
were just eating this, would I be concerned?
Yeah. I had a conversation yesterday with Matthew West, which we'll play this back when I get back from vacation about, we did a parody song and stuff like that. But he was like, hey, man, you look really good. You losing weight? I'm like, yeah, I'm losing some weight. He's like, you working out? I'm like, no, just Weight Watchers, just counting,
but it's
counting
you're doing
numbers.
Weight Watchers, but yesterday wasn't Weight Watchers.
Yesterday was extreme Weight Watchers. It was too much. Honestly, I admit it. Because I was talking with these other ladies up there that came in with him, and and I was like, they were asking what I was doing. I'm like, I'm basically just not eating a ton, and so I'm mitigating my calories, coming in. And they're like, oh, okay. I'm like, yeah, I feel like a teenage girl some days because I know. And then I realized, I probably shouldn't have said that because somebody made an eating disorder joke. And I think it was me. It was me or Matthew. I don't remember who. But it was not like a bad joke. It was just kind of like a comment. And this one lady though looks at me. She goes, "Really?" Like she thought I was being serious that I had. I'm like, "No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. I'm doing Weight Watchers." And so some days though, I don't take nearly as many calories as I should. But the weird part is the mental part because then you feel like my wife went out and met a friend for lunch yesterday because she's still doing it too. She's like, I ate all my points at lunch, and then some. And then we're going out with those same friends tonight for a big fancy dinner. And so I know I'm going to eat all my points tonight.
Well, and two, he was saying towards the middle of the day after he was with Matthew West, he was like, my hands are shaking. I think my blood sugar is crashing.
Yeah, I needed something.
Well, then eat something.
I know. I understand.
If your daughter were saying, 100%. My hands are shaking because I haven't eaten anything, you would be concerned.
I
correct?
Like, Boodle, you got it.
Right.
You can't do that.
Right.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Right.
So, anyways, all this to say, sorry.
Oh, no. Keep going. I've got just facts.
Oh, I like facts.
Sciencey stuff. No, you can keep going.
Go ahead, Rob.
Okay. All that to say, you were trying to get to the fact that you are vacationing early, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I lost my train of thought. No. Gavin, what are your facts?
That's on me. I was just looking up just daily calories that a 5'6" And that's actually literally says a moderately active 50-year-old man.
So
I would say that
2,000.
I would say that it is about 2,300.
Oh, it's 2,300
you can eat. When I was
to
trying
maintain.
When I was trying to lose weight back in the day, I used a formula for getting down to. I was trying to get down to like 175, and the calories that I was allowed to eat on that day, and I had to, and I was exercising a lot too, and I had to hit a protein goal, but I was able to eat up to 2,500 calories, and that's what I usually did every single day, and I lost 40 pounds.
Wow!
So again,
that's pretty good.
I sometimes I take this seriously in the way that I would say, oh, like that's what everyone should be able to do, but not everyone is built that way, and not everyone loses weight the same way. Right. But you can eat more food. That
is pretty amazing. I know there is a mental part of it because I've done well and I don't want to undo it. And I know me, because you guys know how like I live on extremes. So to get to where I'm at now, I went all in and I had to, and so that's the problem. I stay all in because then if I open up too much, then I go all in the other way. Yes. And then I undo everything.
The biggest issue with people who want to lose weight and then struggle to lose weight or struggle when they put it back on is that you don't, in essence, count the calories that you're eating.
Yes.
Where if you do drink a certain drink, you go and you're like, surely this Starbucks drink is not that much. And then you look up a grande white chocolate mocha and it's 640 calories. Yeah. Like, that's
the thing. That'll do you in. Yeah. Like my wife was telling me, she's like, yeah, you've stopped drinking the soda, except like on weekends, on Saturday. And she's like, a can of Coke on the Weight Watchers is only 3 points. Mm-hmm. But I will not let myself have a can. And we have a little 8-ounce ones, so probably 1.5 points. And I won't let myself drink that. And I still drink my water that I like, my grape water, because I'm like, well, I can if I can come in under the points, why not come in under? Then I can lose more, And so, yeah, I think I gotta find a little more balance in it.
It's tough because if you're not, passing out twice a week.
If you're not doing it right.
He passes out at pickleball.
I know, but if you're not,
and then wonders why is that?
You're actually like relatively okay for those days that you.
Yeah,
no one should ever get dietitian advice from you.
No, absolutely not. I do get a little
starve yourself. That's his.
That could be my blood pressure though too. So
yeah, sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm going to set you back up to originally what I'm going to try again. So you had started all this because.
Oh, yeah, vacation. I'm on vacation mode.
You got it.
Yay!
Here we go. Okay.
And it started off like early. If you've already listened to the other podcasts, you probably already heard this because it happened live on the air, and it was a train wreck. And it just, I thought I was getting out of it, and then I just dug myself deeper into it.
If you want something that feels different from the regular news, we've got you covered. It's News-ish on The Wally Show.
I'm already on vacation, I got to be honest with you. I leave Sunday for vacation, and I'm there now mentally, so I apologize.
It's nice.
Oh my gosh, I hit it again!
What are you
Wait.
It didn't reset. It didn't reset.
We're on air, right?
Oh, no, I barely. Okay. Just barely
What's
today.
Play
okay,
here?
let's try number 3.
I was up so late last night working. All right, here we go. Hey, it's the Wally Show on Uplifting Way FM. Yeah. That was a train wreck.
Comedy. Yeah. So funny.
I mean, it checks out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little tired. I know Gavin's super tired because he's baby tired because the baby takes a lot of your time and your sleep and your energy, 1,000,000,000%. I'm kind of work tired right now, so I'm looking forward to moderately unplugging. I'll still have my laptop with me, but I'm going to set an out of office memo and I'm going to just do stuff I have to do, like work
What
stuff.
you should do is create a boundary.
I should.
And what that looks like,
what
hear
does it
me
look?
out.
Yeah, go ahead. You're good at this. What does it look like?
What it looks like is you tell Marty this, and she'll keep you accountable.
Okay.
You give yourself 1 hour a day.
Oh, I like that. For
and
work?
During that hour, you do
Seems like a
whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
It's all work.
Yeah, I love that.
But then when that hour's done, you're done.
That's a good idea because
then it doesn't get trudged throughout the day because you handle work the same way you handle your Weight Watchers. It's all or nothing.
Right.
And so if you have a set amount of time where you're like, okay, for an hour, I'm going to dedicate myself to work. Once it's done, it's done.
There's nothing next week that should in essence,
be life-altering.
need to happen.
Yeah.
In that time span that lengthens that hour.
What happens for me on vacation is it's where I'm not focused on the getting everything done every day, daily grind. Mm-hmm. I get to actually think about new things.
You do
and
like to
build
get
a bed, and I get to be creative more. And so I do like that. But the email, if I don't do my email like during that time, I come home to 1,000 emails, and that's not fun either. So yeah, if I set an hour a day at night, sometime like when Marty goes to bed or whatever, and let's do an hour on vacation every day, I can stay up and then not come back and be like inundated. That's a really good idea.
If you had to estimate, because I'm always curious about this, because I probably receive maximum 10 emails a day.
Yeah,
but I don't have listeners send a lot of you. I do get some, but not a ton. How many emails do you think you have in one day?
I don't know.
24-hour span.
It's not as bad as it used to be. It used to. I mean, literally, I would come back to 1,000 emails, and most of them had like massive life problems. Like when we were doing the night show, holy cow. It was a lot. I don't know, 100 maybe, something like that, maybe a day. So
your seat, man.
And I try to get back with everybody as best as I can and stuff. And so
and you still can if you give yourself an hour.
Yeah. I think it's a really good idea. I think maybe I'll implement that this time.
And set a timer on your phone.
Yeah.
So that when it goes off,
that Marty can see.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marty needs to keep you accountable.
I do like that. Last night was just, everybody who's going on vacation knows how it is. When you're trying to go on vacation, you end up having to do a lot more work.
You have to pay for it
to
ahead
go
of
on.
time.
Yeah. And that was me yesterday.
Yeah.
Because like all of a sudden I'm like, well, Gavin's going to be here. There's things Gavin can be doing, but there were things he needed stuff from me to do. And so like one of it was writing. And so I had to write 10 opens and closes
and sometimes
for things.
Writing can be a quick little, oh, sweet, great idea. And then other times you're sitting there looking at a page forever.
Yep. And so, you just never know how that's going to go. And it was like, that was probably an hour and a half last night doing that. And I'm not done with it because I've got to talk to some other people about, hey, should we do it this way or this way? And what are you thinking? And so
I may not be in the office.
Yeah, I still have another meeting. I got to get a hold of people today, but it's Friday. No one comes in. So, works from home. Everyone works from home on Friday, apparently. We need to institute that. Honestly, like we got to tell them if everyone else is working from home on Fridays, set us up so that we can have our shows and all the digital gear to work from home. That'd be glorious.
It is interesting because I even remember whenever COVID hit, I remember hearing somebody say, oh, yeah, radio people, like you guys are essential workers.
Yeah.
Like
Gavin and I didn't miss a day during COVID. We were here every day. Yeah. But other people had different things going on.
That was like a Friday back in COVID. Whenever COVID, it was like a Friday.
Yeah, that would be great. I understand like a 4-day work week. I think that is healthy, and I think that's really good.
I used to have them.
If you had a 3-day, did you?
Yeah, really?
If you had a 3-day weekend every week, because the reality is we work more than 10 hours. I mean, it's just that's what this job is. And so,
and if you're here already, what's 2 more hours?
Yeah. Exactly. Like I think that's a great way. That's a great life. And if you work in a job that you can do that, fantastic.
Totally.
Ours is
fine.
Unfortunately, ours is a little different because of being on the air.
What we did was we work 8 hours a day, but the 2 extra hours we record brand new breaks.
But they won't have calls though.
Right.
We would have. They would be very. Our Friday show would be very us oriented, one-off oriented.
Yeah. Is that so bad?
Yes and no. I don't know. I mean,
it'd be interesting to try.
It's easier on the Aftercast to just meander than it is on the radio, and so I don't know.
Would you want to do the prep work for the show?
Right.
But then
sometimes
every
it's
day,
harder.
because every day you'd be prepping for tomorrow's show while also prepping for the Friday show at the same time.
Yeah. So I'm not sure.
But you're here already.
Yeah, I know.
What's 2 more hours?
I know. But it's not like it's funny because it's not like, oh, just do 2 more hours. Because we already work more than 8 hours, like we're already putting in 10, and then you'd have to then 2 more hours on top of that, a lot of times. So anyway, not to complain, because we still have amazing jobs, and this is really, really fun, and I enjoy getting to do this. So I hope no one takes that as, whining, because that's not the case. Lady Rock, what do you got?
So when I read this story about the Charles Barkley, he's an NBA legend, right?
Yes, he is.
Okay, just making sure.
You got it right.
He was promising $1 million to the school if their students could figure out the Pythagorean theory.
Okay.
It's a
theorem.
Well, they have it in the
people
article
would say,
Pythagorean
oh, really?
theory.
I think growing up, it would have been I
can't even do it now.
Pythagorean
theorem.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's a
tough.
mathematical puzzle created by the Greeks.
Isn't it a triangle?
Yes. Yes.
Sure.
And it was thought to be impossible to solve for 2,000 years. Anyway, read this whole article about Charles Barkley saying he's promising $1 million to the school if they can figure it out. And it made me think of the Office episode Scott's Ties.
One of the most uncomfortable Office episodes I think ever.
Yeah, it always brings back this song.
Hey, Mr. Scott, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Make our dreams come true. Hey, Mr. Scott, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Make our dreams come true.
Just set it up for people that haven't seen that.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, it's where Michael Scott, he makes a promise to a group of kids with good intentions. One he didn't know he would end up not being able to keep. This promise he wasn't able to keep.
I fell in love with these kids, and I didn't want to see them fall victim to the system. So I made them a promise. I told them that if they graduated from high school, I would pay for their college education.
Oh my God.
I've made some empty promises in my life, but hands down, that was the most generous.
Hands down.
I love
he's so
the
funny.
writing for him. It's so great.
So 10 years later, when he's invited back to the same school to make good on his promise, he tells them the truth. But he doesn't come empty-handed.
I can't pay for your college, but you don't have to go to class to be in class. Online courses are a viable option to a traditional college experience. And the best way to access those courses is with your own personal laptop, which is rendered useless without batteries, and I have one for each of you.
He got him batteries. Again, the writing in that is
watch. And here's something I didn't know, because we were talking about The Office the other day, earlier this week, and we're playing a couple of segments. I was watching a couple of them on my computer. Me and Wally were laughing, but Gavin, you actually had to. You're like, I can't handle it. I didn't know that, because The Office is known for living in those awkward moments. Like, you don't walk away from it. You can't get out of it. It is there. And it doesn't bother me, but I guess it bothers
No, I'm not.
you.
I'm not about that. And I think that the Office is probably the quintessential awkward moments show where because it's so real.
Yeah.
If it's just over the top awkward, you're like, aha, this is not reality. But there's so many things about it that are just so real that I'm like, I just don't. My little heart can't take it.
There's a couple episodes where I'm like, oh, and we talked about this yesterday on the Aftercast. There's those breaks that I can't listen to again because they are so uncomfortable that I did back in the day in mainstream radio. I can't listen to the one where we sent out Sebastian to a Babies R Us and had him pose as a producer for a new TV reality show starring babies. And so he would go up to a mom with a baby and be like, oh my gosh, your child is perfect for our reality show. Would you ever want to have your child on TV? Oh, yeah, that'd be great. Oh my gosh, what's the show called? It's called America's Ugliest Babies.
That's terrible.
I know. I'm so wrong. He almost got beat up by one dad, for the record.
Well, and rightfully so.
Yeah, but like it was so awkward, and he just stayed in it and kept going.
And that's
one day he goes. I mean, I guess maybe I could listen to it. He was like, did you ever drop your child?
Oh my word. But see, that's one thing that I can't stand. Like, I love The Office, but I cannot stand shows like Candid Camera where people don't realize that they're on camera.
And it's real.
Yeah, and they're putting them in scenarios to see how they would react. I don't like those at all.
Yeah, that's where I'm at now. And I won't even watch TikToks like that anymore. Like I definitely I have secondhand embarrassment for people now that I never had before.
Yeah, that's how I feel with baptisms. I'm like, not embarrassment, just nervousness because electricity and water don't mix.
Yeah, my whole career in the beginning, it was so much of it was secondhand embarrassment. Like it was putting people in those awkward situations to get the reaction because that's what you wanted. And now, like I can't like listen to stuff or watch stuff that's like that. I can't even watch comedians sometimes. When a comedian is dying on stage, I can't watch it because I've lived it.
Tell me about it.
I know, I've lived it. But apparently, secondhand embarrassment when I did mine was not a problem for you.
Helps when you know the person. Yeah, if you know the person.
Yeah,
it was wonderful. Well, anyways, all that to say, Charles Barkley, he had to make good on his promise.
And he
Though
did.
Michael Scott couldn't.
Yeah.
Charles Barkley did because there were 2 senior girls that were able to figure out the Pythagorean theorem, whatever. And they made the news, the headlines, and so they got $1 million for their school, which is pretty awesome.
I love that it's like that. It's this hard math equation that hasn't been figured out or is difficult to figure out for all these years. And now we have AI. These 2 girls were like, solve the Pythagorean theorem.
They might have. Yeah.
There it is. Hey, Barkley, you owe us $1 million. It took them all of 40 seconds, and Barkley can't figure that out.
Good times.
I used to love the Charles Barkley stuff when he was hosting different sports things. But there was a comedian named Frank Caliendo who would do an impersonation of him. He's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Zach loved it. Look up Charles Barkley in our system. Do you remember this? Do you remember me and Zach laughing so hard about this stuff? That guy's nutty. Kim Jong-un, he's nutty. He's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Do you see any of that?
He's got knucklehead. I
yeah,
see that.
terrible knuckleheaded
knucklehead.
turbles. Knuckleheaded turbles. Yeah, this is.
There's terrible.
Yeah, Charles Barkley here.
He's a knucklehead.
Yeah, that's a real one. Yeah.
Terrible, crazy knuckleheaded terrible.
Yeah, and that's I think the comedian Frank Caliendo. No,
terrible.
Yeah, that's Caliendo.
Crazy knuckleheaded terrible.
Crazy knuckleheaded terrible.
Oh, that's not really him.
No, that's Frank Caliendo. All right, so let's do some birthdays. What do you say? I got one here.
Okay.
It's from Mark. Says, hey, thank you for doing the birthdays. Mine is for my son Drew's birthday. It's the 7th, so if you could do it today, that'd be great because you're out next week. He's going to be 18, and I really miss seeing him transition into manhood. It's been 3 years since we've been in touch. He's a Christian, and I pray for him daily. Thank you guys for wishing him a birthday today. So happy birthday there to Mark's son Drew. So there you go. Did you have any birthdays today?
I did. Jennifer, she has a birthday today. Happy birthday, Jennifer. She loves coquette style. I have no idea what that is.
I don't know either.
Yeah, I don't either.
I thought there's
coquette style. Like
that's a food?
COQQ.
Oh, no idea.
No idea.
No idea. Anyway, her question is Wally difficult to work with?
Depends on who you are.
Depends on who you ask.
That too.
I like my job.
Thank you. Gavin, easy
to work with.
Dad and Mom want to wish...
I guess we're just moving off of that. Betty.
Dad and Mom
I
want to
gave
wish
Betty
their
a hard
son...
time today.
Want to wish their son Joe a happy birthday. Said he's a high school senior on varsity tennis.
Nice.
On the high school bowling team. Wow,
Whoa.
He's very smart, kind, and friendly.
Nice.
Wally, how long did you play tennis? Did you play on your high school team? Did you play singles or doubles?
I did. I played tennis growing up. And
you wear short shorts?
I did. I had some really short shorts, and but I played it was so long ago. Wooden rackets. I'm not making this up. I sound like I'm 100 years old. I played with a wooden racket, a Bjorn Borg wooden racket, and then when I got to high school, that's when more of the graphites were coming in. So then I played a Nigel, a graphite racket, and I broke it because I had a temper.
What?
Yeah, I did. I slammed it on the ground and broke a couple. Yeah. Yeah, but I was never mad at anybody else or like bad calls. I'd get mad at myself for not performing well. So yeah, I played in like all through junior high, played on the high school team, and I thought that was what I wanted to do for a living, and then I just burned out. I'm like, that's too much. I was playing like every day, and then I was like, okay, I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was fun. I played singles and doubles. I actually like doubles now more. That's why I play pickleball, and I like playing doubles with pickleball people.
Have you thrown your paddle on the floor?
No. Again, I am such a... I wish you could go to pickleball. I've asked you to invite me to play pickleball with your friends. You would see you would not even believe who I am at pickleball. I'm everybody's buddy. I'm like rooting for people. I play intensely and I want to win, but I'm super kind. acknowledge other people's great shots on the other team. Like you would not even recognize me. I know you're like, why don't you be that here?
I didn't say anything. I was just listening.
I was doing it for you.
Okay.
Wicked plans, everyone, wicked plans.
So,
Gavin, let's start with Gavin.
Well, let me also say, too, that Wally already said this, but I want to make sure to reiterate it. We will be gone. No podcast, no Aftercast all next week. We will be back on Monday, whatever that date is. All right, Gavin, he's yawning, so he's going to get some sleep.
Maybe.
We're going to try. We're at least going to...
You get a little more.
Yeah, you at least get to go back to sleep.
Yeah.
You know, if
Bennett
I wake up...
is waking up every 2 hours.
Yeah, he did last night. He had a great week. He was doing some 8 to 1 range and then 1 to about 4.
Nice.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. It's
early.
It's an hour that you kind of spend feeding and getting him back to sleep and all this stuff. So doable. Last night was rough. That was a tough one that led to Haley and I having a couple moments of being irritated with each other.
Happens.
To me trying to burp Bennett and he's just going crazy and I'm like, I don't like you right now.
Yeah.
Even though I love you so much, I don't like you right now.
My daughter, the feedings were so difficult with her because she was colicky and stuff, and so
so hard.
We would get her up to feed her. She would take it really slow, and then you're like, okay, fine, and then she would throw a fit after. So like she gets up every 2 hours to feed, but then it would take me 45 minutes to get her calmed down. Sure. I would hold her and I would walk in a circle in our house. And we had a small house, and I literally would have to walk her for about 45 minutes in a circle to get her to calm down. I know. And then
I think that's why God gives you the love of a child, because it's a lot to handle.
Yeah. Because then you'd put her back to bed, and an hour later you're getting her back up.
It's just such a different ballpark too, because even if I have irritating moments with a dog, I can feel the dog's appreciation and like, oh, you're like my person. I love you. And with a baby, you just spend so much time. There's so much of this gap where I remember Haley or someone saying that, oh yeah, sometimes dads have a harder time at the beginning because you didn't carry the kid. There's no connection with the kid. That kid doesn't show you, obviously can't show you anything. So it's harder to feel that connection. I haven't struggled with that, but you don't get. You are just.
It's all give.
Yeah, it's all give.
In the beginning,
and
it's all give.
You do want to, unless it's harder at 2 a.m.
But tiredness, that's the big thing about having a kid. I mean, like tiredness, like keeping somebody awake is a form of torture.
Yeah.
Like that is a way, because our bodies have to shut down at some point in time. And so when you get tired, that's when you get super irritable. That's when you get snippy with your wife, or she gets snippy with you, and then that escalates the entire situation. The baby picks up on that, and before you know it, it's just anarchy.
Yeah.
So the more you can get some sleep, each of you at different times. I mean, they always say sleep when the baby sleeps, and if you can,
and sometimes
do
it. Sometimes that's
let the
very true.
dishes stack up for a day. It's fine.
The hard part for me sometimes is that if I get myself up to dedicate myself to the action of taking care of him, my brain and my mind have started to come back out of that.
Right.
And then I have to get back in bed with the promise that I'm doing it within another 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
I have to get my brain to slow back down.
Yeah.
And it takes me 30 minutes sometimes just to fall back asleep, just to wake up an hour later.
Yeah,
So
I had a weird shift
tough.
for a little bit of Haley's life where I would be up all night almost. Like I would take all the overnight stuff because I could work at night, and I would wake up for like a 2 a.m. feeding, and I'd stay up till the 4, and I would just work and write and things like that because I was going to work later. I wasn't doing mornings at the time. And so that definitely helped me out.
I'm sure that helped Marty too.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, she got to sleep, and it makes all the difference in the world. But so are you doing anything fun other than that?
My parents are in town until tomorrow, so
Nice.
after we kind of get some stuff wrapped up here, I want to try and get out and spend the last kind of full day with them today. We want to go to Putt Shack again.
Yes.
Bring in a kid to do some fun stuff.
Good for you.
When we put him in this little carrier, little wrap that
Yeah.
goes around one of us,
It's pretty chill.
He's a little he's out.
Yeah.
So it's usually
That's good.
Usually works out pretty well.
It's like having a growth on your front. Okay.
That's what a baby is, right?
Yeah, right now.
So that and sleep.
Lady Rock, you have decided to take the week off that I am taking off. What
Yeah.
are you doing?
I don't know. It's kind of up in the air. My parents were asking me the same thing, and I get it from them. I'm a big homebody because
Yeah.
they both are too.
Sounds great.
But there's something about when you take time off, it feels like the hours fly by.
Yeah.
Before you know it, the day is over with, and you're like, why can't this happen when I'm at work?
Nah.
It just doesn't make sense. So there's a part of me that's like, I'm going to give myself permission to just not do anything at least one day.
Sure.
And stare at the wall or something because
Yeah.
I just want time to slow down. So I don't know. I've got plans with some friends of mine. I've got puzzles to work on. I've got books to read. I've got shows to watch. I've got kitty cats to pet. I've got parents to visit. You know, all the things. Thursday, I'm going to go with my friend Dina and do her go with her on her Meals on Wheels run.
I love that you do that.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think that's cool. I think it's a good thing.
And then we're going to go to this Amish grocery store type place that's up there. It's so much fun.
Is that the one in Nolansville? No, where is it?
Dixon.
Dixon. Okay. Oh, so that's a little bit away. That's an hour away.
It's a lot of fun.
Oh, that's good. I am going to Hawaii. I have a horrible flight. I'm going to complain for a minute. No, not. Like it's
No,
hard
it
to
is
complain.
horrible.
It is bad. I'm going to have to get up like at 2:30 to get to the
Yeah,
airport.
Your day is going to be
no
so
point.
long too because you're waking up really early.
Yeah.
And then by the
Flying.
time you land there, you're going to have added 6 hours to your entire day. It's a long day.
Plus 9 hours of flying because it's 4 to Vegas and then 5 from there, I think. So,
Time travel.
but I mean, you can't complain about it. Like I'm going to Hawaii, so it's like, okay, don't complain. I've been there once before for vacation and once for work, and so this will be nice. Like I haven't been in a long time, and we do the Disney Vacation Club thing, and so we're gonna be at Disney's Alani thing, and Marty's super excited about that. She's like, I could stay there all the day. I'm like, all right, well let's leave the plantation a little bit there. Let's leave the grounds and go find some other things to do too, you know. And
What
so,
else do you want to do?
I want to do the outdoor stuff and surf and windsurf and foil and all of that, dive, you know, whatever I can do.
What is she
In a
going to do
way.
while you're doing that?
She'll read. She's
That
like,
sounds awesome.
yeah, we figured it out. Like she'll go to the beach, like where I'm gonna go. Like we know where we're gonna go, and so she'll just go and sit there in a chair and in the shade with a long sleeve shirt on, and read. Yeah. So I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to the hopeful mental reset for me personally, more than physical. I need a little bit of a mental reset.
Do you
to
feel
come
like you're
back.
putting pressure on this trip to fix you?
No, because I know nothing can, so I know there's no magic bullet for
Disney can't fix that.
No, they can't. I'll just be sad at how much I spent.
Ain't that the truth?
I know. And so, but tonight I have friends in town from California.
Oh,
like,
sweet.
They're like family, and so we're going to this place called Cork and Cow. So it's a expensive steak place. So my friend is like a multimillionaire.
Get the oysters.
Oh yeah.
So when the bill comes,
Yeah.
you're going to reach for it, but slowly.
Slowly, yes. And then I have a
With
plan.
eye contact.
I have a plan.
With eye
I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna go. Oh, no. Please let me get
You're
this.
in town.
I-
You're the guest.
You're in town. You're the guest. I've been saving all month for this.
Oh, you're like, I only had 2 Uncrustables the other day.
Yeah, exactly. and hopefully then he'll go, dude. I got this. I got this. So,
Are you going to get your
sour cream ice cream?
cream?
Hex to the yeah. So I'm telling you. Well, do you like cheesecake first of all?
Yeah.
Okay. You would love this ice
I'm
cream.
pretty sure we're saying sour cream.
It's sour cream ice
Because
cream.
I remember I went there one time for my anniversary, and then I asked for the sour cream ice cream, and they kind of like chuckled at me.
Why?
And they brought out cream cheese ice cream.
What? Did they change the name of it?
Can you tonight?
Oh, wait, I'm going to look it up.
No,
Maybe.
it's sour cream ice cream.
Tonight, when you order, like let me know, because I remember they kind of looked at me funny, and I felt silly because I was like, no, my boss hyped this up,
It's good.
or my
He
not.
hypes everything up,
No.
and then you're just always
you
disappointed.
could text Marty.
Starters, steak, entrees, sides.
I get it. I get you doubting
Is it
me.
in sides?
I get you doubting me.
White corn grits.
Now
No,
there's a
that's not it.
dessert that there's a dessert that comes with the sour cream ice cream, or you can just get the sour cream ice cream.
Soups and salads.
Yeah, it's
Starters? No.
Isn't it like a bread pudding type thing?
Something like that, yeah.
that.
I don't see-
Sometimes those fancy menus don't.
Yeah.
They don't.
Wait,
they don't-
desserts. Here we go.
Click it.
Okay.
Okay, they have carrot cake, creme brulee, chocolate
Nope.
torte,
Nope.
peaches and cream cheesecake, chocolate chip skillet cake,
I've had
and
that.
that's it.
Oh, see, then you have to order it off the menu.
But one of those things
If
might
it
be
exists.
the addition. One of those things might come with the
Yeah.
the ice cream.
Yeah, I get you doubting.
I
me.
see
wanna know,
nothing that says ice cream on it.
If they've gotten rid of it, I'm be so sad.
ice cream. They're gonna be like, oh, great.
I'm telling you, I will text all of you at 1 a.m. Just to tell you how happy I am.
Just take a picture and post it because our potties follow us on our stories. You should post it and say it is for real. But also, if you order it and the waiter looks at you like you're an idiot, take a picture of his face as well.
But you have had it before, too.
Yes.
So it's not going to be.
He has, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I have.
Yeah.
Do you want me to post stuff like stories and stuff from Hawaii?
Please.
I totally want that.
And if you run,
I want to live vicariously.
Isn't that annoying though?
No, I want to. No. I love Hawaii. I want to live vicariously because I miss Hawaii. Having gone there last year,
I've never been.
I want to live vicariously through it. It's a cool place.
Because I'm always on the fence of that because it is a good vacation.
I think here's the difference. Here's the difference. A lot of you're going to be posting on the Wally Show account,
right?
And there's all these listeners, so they want to know about what you're doing, you know, and they want to know about your personal life.
They know you work hard too. They I don't think listeners or people would see that as a bad thing.
And if you bump into
Dwayne the Rock Johnson,
no. Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Oh yes.
Please tell him I said hello.
Oh, 100%.
And that
I would.
I love him.
Oh, 100%. If I ever got a chance to, I might even commit a crime.
Right, just to
so
get
that they
arrested
call
by
him. Yes.
Oh, I don't blame
And then
you.
I bond out
totally
and I'll go to Dog and I'll be like,
if he could call me and he could be like, "Is this Betty Rock?
Yeah.
I got Wally in jail."
Dude, you're not gonna believe this. This is why I did this so that this girl could meet you.
That's so cool.
That's how much I care. I will do that for you.
He's amazing.
What a crime do I do? I got to think it all the way through.
Something you can kind of get resolved within a well.
Yeah, no, I don't want murder.
Resolved within
that could come with a needle, so I don't want that.
They say that you can get in trouble if you try to like bring like a bird or something into.
Okay, something agricultural.
Yeah, bring something agricultural to Hawaii. Be like, oh, look at
Good
this
idea.
Tennessee dirt.
Good idea.
Let's
but
see.
then I don't want to be in prison for that. What are you in for? I brought in a bird. Oh gosh.
To commit in Hawaii.
Crimes to commit in Hawaii. Are you looking that up?
Yeah.
We have to play history.
Crimes against tourists: burglary, larceny, robbery.
You do have to watch.
Larceny.
You do have to watch burglary in Hawaii.
So yeah, still from someone.
Okay.
What is Hawaii ranked in crimes? Oh, 5th. Oh, that's not good.
I know.
Wow.
Yeah.
What are the most committed crimes?
Burglary.
Trafficking, drug trafficking.
Don't do those.
Wow. Oh yeah.
Try not to.
Burglary, theft, fraud, robbery, embezzlement.
Yeah, theft, but you didn't. You know, like I thought it was free.
Yeah. Like take a fish out of the ocean
Okay.
and be like, I thought
Take
I
a-
could.
I don't
just
think you're
have
thieving
it.
fish from the ocean. That's where you eat dinner.
Yeah.
Well, whatever.
Take
Whatever it
a
takes.
pineapple
Just
out of
do
a
it.
plantation.
Yeah,
area.
like if I go to the Dole plantation and then steal a pineapple. Okay.
Love
so
it.
then I get arrested. Then I bond out with Dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I have Dog call
Document
Betty
everything.
because you're going to
story.
be the person that I'll list as the person to get me out.
Oh,
so I'll
that's
need
taking a
10% of
chance.
my bond, whatever that is. So you'll pay
she's
for
on
that.
vacation. She might not pick up.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll be like, eh.
Yeah. I really want to meet Dog, and I'm sure Wally's in a lot of trouble, but not worth it.
Gotta wash my hair.
All right. That's going to do it for your Aftercast. We will see you in a week, and thanks for being a potty.
Growing up in poverty has never been easy for children, but with the added challenges of the pandemic, conflict, and natural disasters, families around the world are facing an unprecedented food crisis. Unfortunately, those who are already hungry are now even more desperate. But by sponsoring a child through compassion, you can help provide life-sustaining essentials such as food and clean water. And with your compassionate support, that child can not only survive, but also flourish. You can find out how and choose a child to sponsor when you click on the compassion banner at wayfm.com.